Earlier this year, Arcade1Up released a 4-player X-Men cabinet, and it looks really, really great, but I believe that one day they will come out with a 6-player version. Let's talk about it. So the first thing I want to show you is this 4-player version. This is out. People are starting to get it, and people really like it. I have seen some pictures that has one oddity right here. The 4th player button is really close to the edge. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe it plays just fine. I'm not really sure. But the picture that you saw on the thumbnail, which I'll show right here now, this is just a mock-up that I put together of an Arcade1Up 6-player cabinet. Now, I know that it's been teased in the past from Arcade1Up themselves that they were going to do, there's thoughts of doing a 6-player. They have the license and everything like that to do it. And if the demand is there, and they believe there's some people out there that would actually like a 6-player X-Men. Well, my buddy over at 19K Fox himself, built his own X-Men. And here's the video. I'm going to have a link in the description. And this, I wanted to show you this because this is pretty much what I think Arcade1Up was planning on doing. Because if you take that X-Men game and you put it on a 16:9 screen, like a 24-inch screen, which are readily available, like the one that's on the AtGames Legends Ultimate, that's a 24-inch screen, 16:9, then you could play that game. It could work on that screen. Now, originally in the arcade, it was 2 screens and both were 4:3. But again, if you're working with the original game developer that made that game, and it's been done in emulation before to get that all to run on one game, and this is probably what it would look like. It would be a wider cabinet and a control panel that's very extended. And I think this is not something that Arcade1Up would assume that would sell 100,000 units. It would be a very specialized cabinet. It would probably cost a lot of money, but there's some diehards out there that, you know, would totally want to buy that from Arcade1Up. Now, if you can build it yourself, 19K Fox in his video, he did a live stream and he broke down what it did cost him to build this. And it was pretty expensive. And this is the scenario where if Arcade1Up kind of goes more into that even nichier area, where if you were to build it yourself, you know, could they beat those prices? And I think they could. I think they could build this cabinet for about $1,000. But if you were to do it yourself, or at least in the case of 19K Fox, I think it cost him more than that to put this cabinet together. I mean, now some of those costs were because he bought an original Arcade1Up and he did additional fabrication to it, and then he had to get all of the, you know, the artwork on the side and the time. He didn't even calculate how much time he put into it, but definitely follow him and check that out, because that is, first of all, the content is great, and the quality of the video was really good, and then the product at the end it's very satisfying build. And I know there's fans, literally people have reached out to me and said they're holding out on the 4-player, that they didn't want to buy the 4-player because they anticipated one day Arcade1Up would get that 6-player, and that's the version they would want. And I think 19K Fox, I don't think he's released this video yet. He plans on showing another video that has actually 6 people playing it, and he believes that it can comfortably fit 6 people on it. That'll be interesting to see if that's true. But what do you guys think? Do you want Arcade1Up to come out with a real X-Men 6-player? Comment down below, and I'd love to hear, name the price. How much do you think Arcade1Up would charge for an X-Men 6-player? All right, that's my time. See you guys.